Quick mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Ad check in 3 2.
At Maori Women's Clinic.
Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Well, hello everybody and welcome in. It's time for continuing coverage of regional baseball here in the 1-2A Regional. We have reached the semifinal round, and we've got a good one for you today. The Sacred Heart Knights taking on the Mission Valley Vikings. The winner moves on for a chance to play for a spot at the state tournament. The loser will see their season come to an end, and it'll be the Knights up to bat first as the first pitch misses down and away here for ball one. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for Sacred Heart. Luke Colin, the shortstop, leads things off. Then it's center fielder Maddox Wells, first baseman Cason Ivy, and starting pitcher Graham Armstrong batting cleanup today. Batting fifth, it's the third baseman Noah Hines, then right fielder Colton Sprague, second baseman Miles Wells, catcher Reed Sauber, and left fielder Colin Wilson, bringing up the rear of the lineup here today as the first pitch is across for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1 here on Luke Colin. Sacred Heart enters this tournament. They were the 6th seed. They were 17-8 coming into today's contest. You look at their quarterfinal win. It was a 7-0 victory over Kansas City Christian. Meanwhile, Mission Valley, the 3 seed, they knocked off McLouth 8-4. That game also took place earlier last week. And they come in a very strong 18-4. Solid season for this Mission Valley team. Their only losses, a sweep at the hands of Hayden and a sweep at the hands of Council Grove, two of the best teams in the state of Kansas. It's a swing and a miss. Luke Coland is down on strikes, and that's the first out recorded here for Mission Valley. And as Maddox Wells grabs a bat, let's go ahead and meet the man on the mound for the Vikings today. Peyton Christensen in his junior campaign, making his 10th appearance of the season. This will be his 9th start through 28 1/3 innings pitched. A 1-6 record, but a 2.97 ERA. And actually, correction on my part, a 6-1 record. 2.97 ERA, 1.02 whip, 49 strikeouts compared to just 8 walks. And opponents are hitting just 189 off of Christensen, although he's going to give Sacred Heart their first base runner of the day, as Maddox Wells wears one on the backside, and that puts a runner at first for Cason Ivy. Free base runners, especially in playoff games. How many times have we seen that play a role? And the first of the lefties up to bat here for the Knights, as Ivy stands in for his first at bat of the game. First pitch to him, he is swinging and cuts over the top for strike one. Also got a new locale for this game. These games originally scheduled to be played at Rossville, but a late change due to field conditions, and we are now playing at beautiful Silver Lake High School. The brand new turf all across the facility. This ball popped up. It'll find its way foul, and the count goes to 0-2. Sacred Heart, it's the first time that I've seen them in their road jerseys this year. It's the navy navy jersey with the gold numerals trimmed in white pinstripe pants. Meanwhile, for Mission Valley, they go with the all grays today with the gold numerals trimmed in maroon. 0-2 pitch, it's fouled away, and we will do it again as Sacred Heart trying to get that runner over with one gone here. On the other side of the bracket, these two teams will await the winner of the next game in this regional. And, of course, if Sacred Heart does advance, we'll have coverage of that contest. But, boy, they're going to have to put the ball in play. 2 strikeouts to start the outing, and an excellent job by Christensen, who's heating it up here early on. That'll turn things over to the cleanup man, Graham Armstrong. So after this game, it'll be a contest between 21-4 Rossville and Jackson Heights. And the winner of those 2 games will play each other later this evening for a ticket to the 1-2A state tournament. Sacred Heart trying to advance back there for what would be a 2nd consecutive season. They fell to Ellis in the quarterfinal round just 1 year ago. Good looking pitch. It'll miss outside, and the count to 2-0 here on Graham Armstrong. Armstrong, today's starting pitcher for Sacred Heart, a chance to give himself a little free run support. Or if nothing else, turned it over to Noah Hines. That ball hit softly to short, picked up by Bunger. Throw to first. It skipped in and out of the mitt. Runner trying to turn to take third. He will be in. And hanging on for dear life to that bag is Maddox Wells. who's going to get all the way up to third base. Give Graham Armstrong credit for an infield single, and that is going to put runners at the corners for Noah Hines. Defensively, let's take you around the horn for Mission Valley. It'll be Mills behind the plate, Bryan over at first, West at second, Bunger at short, and Holting at third. The outfield from left to right, Dieters, Kraus, and Myers. First pitch to Noah Hines, inside out swing. That one has a chance to get down, and it will. Let's see how far Graham Armstrong runs. They are going to hold him up. A throw down to second. It's a good one, and they got him. Sacred Heart ultimately going to trade the out for the run, but what a throw from Myers out in right field, and that is going to keep it at a 1-0 ball game. Sacred Heart in the field when we return. Coverage of today's game is presented by Maury Women's Clinic.
At Maury Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Doctors Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maury Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maury.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Silver Lake High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, and it's time for Mission Valley to take their first at-bats of the day. First pitch on the way, misses high and outside. Sacred Heart able to get one run across in their half of the first, but a great throw out in right field cuts the inning short. So Mission Valley will send shortstop Bryce Bunger to the plate. His first swing takes a ball to short, picked up by Luke Cullen. Throw to first in time, and that will be the first out of the inning. So the lineup for Mission Valley, it's the shortstop Bunger who just hit. Now it's center fielder Reichen Kraus. He'll be followed by third baseman Keegan Holting, first baseman Sam Bryan, and starting pitcher Peyton Christensen. In the sixth hole, it's catcher Jacob Mills, then DH Gunnar Trickle, second baseman Mason West, and left fielder Ian Dieters in the 9 hole for this contest. All of those guys dealing with Sacred Heart's ace. It's Graham Armstrong on the hill for game number 1 today. Armstrong making the 12th appearance of his season. This will be his 9th start. He's tossed 45 innings this year, a 5-2 record, a 2.32 ERA, a 1.9 whip, 49 strikeouts to 20 walks, and only 1 hit batter. Breaking ball just misses. Count goes to 2-1. The big number, though, for Armstrong this year, opponents are hitting just 198 off of the southpaw. He will kick and deal the 1-1. A good eye there as Reichen Kraus able to lay off. And a count to 2-1 now. Plenty of right-handed bats in this Mission Valley lineup. 3-1 offering taken upstairs. And that will be a walk here. So a free base runner given to Sacred Heart with 1 down. Now a free base runner given to Mission Valley. We'll see if they can find a way to capitalize on that as Keegan Holting comes to bat now. Holting has had a strong season. A lot of these guys have, but Holting's numbers look like something out of a video game. He's batting .519. He is slugging .889. 30 RBI. He has 28 hits, 3 home runs, a triple, and 3 doubles. This kid has been an absolute monster. Pitch to Holting, breaking ball, looked good. They'll call it a ball, and the count begins here 1-0. Got so much coverage going on across our Salina Post Sports Network today. We'll do our best to keep you up to date on everything that's happening in and around our area. And remember, too, we've got a ton of games throughout the week as well. But here it's a 1-1 count. Holting digs in. Runner aboard at first with one down. Armstrong kicks, and he'll fire back over to first. That gets by the glove of Kason Ivy, and that's going to be a free base for Riken Kraus. So a bit of a miscue that time for Sacred Heart. And Kraus now in scoring position. Speaking of which, we take you around the horn. Reed Sauber is your starting catcher for Sacred Heart. It's Kason Ivy over at first. Miles Wells at second. Luke Coland at short. As a bunt popped up, that'll find its way back here to us. And the count here to 1-2. Noah Hines tending the hot corner at third. It's Colin Wilson in left. Colton Sprague in right. And Maddox Wells out in center. 1-1 pitch to Holting. Misses high. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sacred Heart trying to limit the damage here. No runs across just yet. Mission Valley looking to scratch one across, but instead it's a looking strike 3. Keegan Holting watches the fastball down the pipe, and it now falls to Sam Bryant to try and bring in the game's first run. Bryant in his senior campaign has also been excellent. Bats .385, slugs .569. He's driven in 29 runs. Here it's a steal attempt of third. Throw down there not nearly in time. Riken Kraus flexing the speed, and he is in virtually without a throw. Kraus has had that speed rolling all year. 18 stolen bases this season. Make it 19 with that one. 0-1, a breaking ball that'll just miss outside. And the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Next pitch in the dirt. Good block there by Sauber. That's the other thing we got to talk about here at Silver Lake. If anything does get by, the backstop is padded. There's a huge run from home plate back there, so that's almost a guaranteed run for anybody with even decent speed on third. Here it's a swing and a miss. And the count to 2-2. Graham Armstrong looking to lock in and record this final out. 2-2. 2 gone. Potential tying run 90 feet away, and another good stop by Sauber on a breaking ball down. That will fill the count at 3-2. Payoff pitch. Fouled away. Doing a good job just to hold on there was Sam Bryant. Mission Valley is a team, they bat .404. They get on base more than half the time. That's a ridiculous number. 3-2. That ball cranked out to left center. It's got a shot, and it is down. No, it's caught. My goodness, what a run there for Colin Wilson. Couldn't quite see it behind the dugout there, but that's an excellent play. And Wilson going to prevent a run from scoring. It's still a 1-0 ball game. Sacred Heart up to bat when we return. Coverage of today's game brought to you by the good folks at Maury Women's Clinic.
New image on.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Welcome back out to the ballpark, and boy, what a play that was. Colin Wilson ranging all the way down the line kind of exposing something that I was not aware of, and that's that I got to be cautious. Any ball hit deep down that left field line, it kind of disappears a bit. Here it's a bunt. Sacred Heart trying to ambush the pitcher. Throw to first. They're not. Oh, did they say they got the tag down? I guess they did. Oh my goodness, Colton Sprague clearly beat what wasn't a tag to the base, but it is a tag on his shoulder. And they are going to rule that as a 1-3. That is incredible. So great defensive plays on both sides, and now it's Miles Wells standing in here for Sacred Heart. He'll take a first pitch, a fastball up. Wanting to know the count, Wells digs in here for Sacred Heart. Knights trying to restart the party, a breaking ball outside. I mentioned we will have continuing coverage. At this point, we know who we've got. We'll have continuing coverage of 5 remaining teams all the way through and hopefully into state. That includes Sacred Heart here. You can also tune in Burlington, Kansas right now as the Southeast of Salina baseball team picks up their bracket play. 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, and the count's a 2-2. Today we'll also have coverage of Chapman softball. The Lady Irish taking on Ulysses in the opening round. If any of the 3 teams I just mentioned won, we'll cover their final game today. And then we've got coverage tomorrow at the Bennington Regional and the following day at the Southeast of Salina Regional as Miles Wells cuts over the top. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Christensen, and with 2 gone, it's Reed Sauber next up for Sacred Heart. Second inning action here from Silver Lake. Obviously no field conditions to worry about here with the virtually brand new turf, and a called strike to Sauber. Sauber this season in his freshman campaign, batting .111, 6 hits for him. And it's been that bottom of the lineup that started to produce a little bit in some big spots. We saw a couple of big hits out of Reed Sauber and also out of Easton Ralph in the quarterfinal game against Kansas City Christian. That one played for Sacred Heart last Tuesday. So a week off for both of these teams. The 0-2, swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 4. And that will wrap up the top half of inning number 2. We'll step away. We've got the home half. When we return, you're watching coverage of Sacred Heart Regional Baseball. It's brought to you by Maury Women's Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Back at the ballpark here in Silver Lake, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside you. Tyler Henry running the camera. Tyler Henry producing and engineering today. We got the one-man band set up here at Silver Lake. But for Mission Valley, it'll be Peyton Christensen, Jacob Mills, and Gunnar Trickle to lead off the inning. Graham Armstrong, a solid start to this game. Faced 4, set down 3. He now gets the 5, 6, and 7 hole hitters. Southpaw from the windup brings home the first pitch. It's a swing and a miss. Let's talk about how good these teams have been. Sacred Heart has outscored their opponents this season 206-84. Mission Valley has outscored their opponents this season in a smaller sample size of games, 254-75. So that's a plus 122 run differential for the Knights. It's a plus 179 run differential for a Mission Valley team who, like I said, their only losses this year have come to 2 of the best teams in the state. Here's an inside-out swing. Colton Sprague drifts over and makes the catch for out number 1. So Jacob Mills will be the next to grab a bat. We don't know a ton about how this game will shake out, but you feel like 1 run in either direction is probably not going to be enough to get it done. Two very good offensive teams. They've proven that throughout the course of the season. Jacob Mills hits another one out to Sprague. He's a little bit slow getting to it, but he will make the catch, and it's back-to-back F9s to start out the second. So Gunnar Trickle, the next man to grab a bat for Mission Valley. Another senior for a very senior-heavy team. Trickle batting .462 this season. 30 hits, that's good enough for the third-best mark on the team. 2 doubles for Trickle this year, 29 driven in. And here, whoo, boy, he wanted that one. Took a healthy cut, came up empty. Trickle the DH today. Devin Myers is in the field, his bat not in the lineup. And back-to-back high fastballs, both of them offered at by Gunnar Trickle. You got 295 down the corners, 350 to straightaway center, and all 3 zones have a higher fence to contend with. 0-2, a breaking ball that Armstrong kind of falls down throwing. And I will say there is a little bit of moisture out there near the hill, but nothing too crazy with the turf surface here. The 0-2 from Armstrong. High fastball. Boy, you could tell Trickle thought about it that time, but he'll hold off in the count to 2-2. Boy, sometimes when that well keeps producing, you go back to it. We'll see what Armstrong has in store this time. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, and he got him. Swing and a miss. It's 3 up, 3 down for Sacred Heart. And the Knights back up to bat. When we come back, they've got a 1-0 lead. Coverage of today's game is presented by Maori Women's Clinic.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there, Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Welcome back in as we go to the visitors' third. Mission Valley goes in order in their half of the second, so still a 1-0 lead for Sacred Heart. They'll have the 9, 1, and 2-hole hitters due up to lead off the inning. Colin Wilson, Luke Coland, and Maddox Wells. You go back to the first inning, it was Wells who was hit by a pitch. Armstrong moved him over with an infield single, and then Noah Hines had an RBI single that brought him in to score. That is the only run of the game so far. Like I said, we do anticipate more runs being scored by both sides. Here it's Colin Wilson pulling back a bunt and taking strike number 1. Other games in this bracket, Sacred Heart took care of Kansas City Christian 7-0. Mission Valley beat McLouth 8-4. On the other side of the bracket, Rossville handled St. Mary's 14-4, and Jackson Heights shut out Valley Heights 9-0. I mentioned it earlier, but that Rossville-Jackson Heights game will follow this one. About 25 minutes after the conclusion, here it's a 1-2 count as Colin Wilson swings through that pitch. Wilson back in the box here. 1-2 count. Christensen off to a good start in the inning, looking for another strikeout. Tries to get him to chase up and away. Instead, the count even at 2-2. Christensen has had that strikeout pitch this season, 49 strikeouts to only 8 walks this year, but he has hit 14 guys. And that's a curious line because you're talking about a guy who's plunked nearly twice as many guys as he's walked. I guess if he's going to give you a free pace, he's going to make you earn it. 3-2 the count. Wilson back in the box. Here comes the pitch from Christensen, and he will take it outside, and it's ball 4. So that is the first walk issued today, and it comes to the 9-hole hitter in Colin Wilson, and it turns things over to the ever-dangerous Luke Coland. This is a very good Sacred Heart lineup, but I don't think anyone would argue the top 5, maybe 6 spots. That's really where the biggest danger bats lie. Coland, a big part of that this season. He has been excellent. Here squares to bunt, gets it down. He is going to try to utilize his blazing speed. Does not quite get to first in time. And that is going to do what it needs to do. Colin Wilson moves up 90 feet. But it's one gone in the inning here for Maddox Wells. I've seen Coland a number of times lay down what looks like a sac bunt, but with all his speed, more often than not, he's bunting for a hit. So Maddox Wells, who got plunked himself back in the first inning, digs in. First pitch to him misses high and away. As a team, Mission Valley, a 3.9 ERA, a 1.47 whip. And opponents hitting just .228 off the staff as a whole. Big swing and a miss. Maddox Wells tried to send that one all the way back to Salina. 1-1 the count, one gone in the inning. Wells, if nothing else, just trying to get that runner moved up another 90 feet. Christensen working from the stretch. He will kick and bring it home. That one misses low in the count to 2-1. Still one away and a 1-0 lead for Sacred Heart. Pitch to Wells. In there for a called strike, and it's 2-2. Maddox Wells in his junior campaign bats .294, 20 hits for him, including 14 RBI. Only 3 extra base hits. They are all doubles. So far this season, he'll call time here, wants a second to step out and think about this next pitch. Christensen, interestingly enough, we'll get to this number in just a moment after the 2-2. And it is outside for a ball. Christensen is not the best pitcher on this team. Not really all that close. Gunnar Trickle has been the team's ace. And, I mean, a bold move to save the ace for a potential elimination game after an elimination game. Payoff here, called strike 3, and that's going to be out number 2 as Maddox Wells becomes the 5th strikeout victim of the day. And it now falls to Kason Ivy to try to bring in the run. Ivy, a dangerous left-handed bat in his own right, will lift this one high into the air. Myers going to have an eternity to track it down, and he will make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Sacred Heart gets a runner aboard, but they go quietly in their half of the 3rd. We head to the home half of inning number 3. More high school baseball regional action when we come back. It's brought to you today by Maori Women's Clinic.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back in here as we go to the home half of inning number 3. Tyler Henry alongside you. Do want to apologize as I noticed that I left the wrong screen up on the screen during that second inning. So tell you what, we're just going to leave this on screen and take care of it all that way. Again, we have a full crew today. We've got coverage of Southeast of Saline baseball, Sacred Heart baseball, and Chapman softball, but that does mean that no camera operator here today. So working through that. First pitch here is fouled away by Mason West. It'll be Mason West, Ian Dieters, and Bryce Bunger to lead off the 3rd here for Mission Valley. Graham Armstrong looking to continue what's been a strong start for him. Brings home another. And an 0-2 count here. Mason West swinging out of his cleats on that one. West, a sophomore, batting .278, 10 hits for him this season. But he's made a lot of those, an RBI per hit. He will take up and away in the count. 2-1-2. Mentioned before, the coverage of these games is brought to you by Maori Women's Clinic. Also want to throw a huge shout out to Hire Scott Mortuary for all the good work that they do in helping us bring you coverage of high school baseball and softball. The 2-2 from Armstrong is fouled away. Doing a good job hanging tough and keeping a piece of that is Mason West. Also, fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and at SPost Sports on X after the game to see video highlights from around the area, proudly presented by Billings Group. Another foul sliver, Mason West hanging tough here. And a great at bat for an 8-hole hitter, a guy that has done some good things here in his sophomore campaign, but he is hanging tough with Sacred Heart's ace. I mentioned the Mission Valley keeping their ace in reserve. Sacred Heart doing what I think a lot of teams would do, and you realize it's an elimination game, and if you lose this game, there will not be another game later this afternoon. So the Knights have decided to throw their best, and they will rely on some combination of Case and Ivy, Maddox Wells, and maybe Colton Sprague for game 2. Another 2-2 pitch. Looked good, but they'll call it outside. And the count is 3-2. The one thing you can't do here is walk the 8-hole guy. With Ian Dieters coming up next. Payoff pitch. It's hit right to first, and it is stabbed by Ivy. That's a great play by Case and Ivy down the line, and it's one gone here in the third. So Ian Dieters will be the next man to bat. He hits .228 on the year, 13 hits for him, including 4 of the extra base variety. Of those 13 hits, 1 of them is a home run, but like I said, good luck getting one out of here today. First pitch is a good-looking breaking ball. That'll drop in for strike number 1. Armstrong content and comfortable to work out of the windup. His 0-1 delivery, a fastball that'll just miss inside. Top of the lineup, due up next, Bunger, Kraus, and Holting if they could find a way to get to those bats. Bunger the only one guaranteed an AB here. And from a fastball down and in to a fastball up and out. The count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one offering is fouled off. We have got a ton of games to do our best to let you know about throughout the course of the day. There are only 3 in progress right now. Sacred Heart softball leads Donovan West 1-0. That game is currently in the middle of the third. Here it's the 2-2. That's in the dirt, and the count is full. The other game you can actually tune in for right here on the Salina Post Sports Network and our Salina Post YouTube page. It sees southeast of Salina and Chaparral tied up at 0 apiece. That game currently in the bottom of the second. Here it's a 3-2 payoff pitch, and it's spoiled again. And if nothing else, Mason West and Ian Dieters are driving up the pitch count of Graham Armstrong. Armstrong, I mean, really, today's the only game he has to worry about. And then everybody who makes it out will reconvene for some state baseball action next week. Here comes another 3-2 pitch, and it misses high and outside. Ian Dieters will reach on a 1-out walk. That's the second runner aboard here for Mission Valley, and the top of the lineup coming to bat now. Bryce Bunger, a senior, batting .486, slugging .871. He has swung an excellent bat this season, and he will crank one, but out to the deepest part of the ballpark. Maddox Wells settles under it, makes the catch. He is going to launch one back to first. Did they get him? No, they did not. Oh, that was close. Maddox Wells flexing the arm, but cannot quite double off Ian Dieters. My goodness. That was impressive, even though he didn't record the out. I mean, that's one of those that, boy, I mean, you watch a play like that, you think twice about running on a guy like that. So 2 down for Ryken Kraus, his second at bat of the day. He reached on the first walk back in the first inning. Long look back over to first base, trying to keep Ian Dieters honest. You got to watch out for this lineup. They've got 7 guys north of 15 stolen bases this season. That includes Dieters, who's swiped 17. First pitch in there for a called strike, and the count begins 0-1 here on Ryken Kraus. Kraus batting .321 on the year, 18 hits for him. 25 walks to only 9 strikeouts. This is not somebody that strikes out often. He already added 1 walk to his total. That came back in the first inning. He got as far as third base, but was stranded on the F7 from Sam Bryant. Runner goes. They are going to throw that back down to second. Not in time. Boy, it was a good idea for Armstrong, who stepped off the rubber and got it to Kason Ivy, but Colin's playing a little off the bag. So give Dieters another stolen base. And now if you're Armstrong, you probably just want to focus up on the hitter. 1-1 count, tying runner in scoring position. Pitch on the way, that one shot foul down the line, and the count to 1-2. 2 strikeouts for Graham Armstrong today, a big one in the first, a big one in the second. He will come to the belt. The 1-2. Breaking ball, fouled away again. Reich and Kraus, like Dieters and West before him, just spoiling potential strikeout pitches, and that's what you have to do at this level. Doing a good job of it thus far. Still one good pitch away from getting out of the inning. Potentially a pitch out there, definitely up in the event of a stolen, or in the attempt of a stole of third. Kraus back in the box, 1-2 the count. Armstrong brings it home. Runner goes. It's fouled away. We will do it again as we've got a race to the ball, and it's won by Sacred Heart. What do we have here? I think they just needed a new... Wait a minute. Ian Dieters was just awarded third base. I didn't see what for, but he is now 90 feet away. Okay. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and it does not matter. Reich and Kraus down on strikes, and that will wrap up the third inning. Sacred Heart still leads it 1-0. We'll step away. We've got inning number 4 when we come back. Coverage of today's games brought to you by Maury Women's Clinic and Higher Scott Mortuary.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush and a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush, the freakishly fast rock.
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we head to inning number 4. And boy, it seems like both teams have been threatening, but just cannot seem to get anything across. Already 2 runners left in scoring position for Sacred Heart, 2 for Mission Valley. And right now the lone run on the board does belong to the Knights. They've got a 1-0 advantage as we head to the 4th inning. It's another frame here for Peyton Christensen as the Knights back up to bat for the 4th time today. And they'll have the heart of the order due up. Graham Armstrong, Noah Hines, and Colton Sprague. First pitch lifted up. Chance, if he can get there in time, it's going to fall on the other side. And a quick reminder to me that I'm in foul ball territory today. Would take quite the sky shot up the elevator shaft, but yeah, we've seen stranger things. Armstrong has one of only 2 hits. It was an infield single back in the first inning. Here it's an 0-1 count. The pitch misses high. And you love the extra juice that comes with a regional baseball game. Both dugouts fired up. After recording that out, Armstrong fired up, screamed on his way back to the dugout, and why not? Here it's one hit on a line, but Brian will scoop it up and tag the bag, and that is 1 away. So that turns it over to Noah Hines. He drove in that run. It was a single down the right field line that dropped in. Looked like it was going to be an easy double for Hines, but Myers delivered a strike to second, and they were able to tag him out before he got safely to the bag. Here, another inside-out swing. This one fouled off harmlessly. Buckle up. these are all the games we have today involving our area teams. Not all for broadcast, but this is what our area's got. Chapman Baseball will take on Concordia. They are on the road. Salina Central, the 1 seed, hosting Newton on the baseball side. You've got Salina South Baseball at Goddard, Abilene Baseball at Mulvane. Here it's Sacred Heart Baseball taking on Mission Valley, and of course, southeast of Saline Baseball taking on Chaparral. You can also stream that game on Salina Post. On the softball side, Sacred Heart is hosting Donovan West. Southeast of Saline hosting Harrington. Minneapolis hosting Conway Springs. Ellsworth entertaining Russell. Another ball fouled away here. Salina Central welcomes in Eisenhower. Abilene travels to Clearwater. Chapman will host Ulysses. That game will be broadcast on Salina Post. And then tomorrow, it's Bennington against, well, we'll see. TBD for now. And Salina South traveling to Topeka Seaman. Another ball drifting into foul territory. Bryan goes crashing into the fence. And it stays a 1-2 count here on Noah Hines. Hines trying to get something started here for the Knights. It's crazy that of the 20 teams in our area, almost all 20 of them playing here on Tuesday. But that's the rub here as Hines looking to start the rally with one gone, a 1-2 count. Christensen brings it home, and another spoil pitch here as Hines refusing to go quietly into the ninth. You wonder how long both of these guys will be able to go. Christensen's pitch count certainly lower than Armstrong's, but you wonder how much these guys have been stretched out throughout the year. And you do appreciate the call that Keisha has made to do the regionals, the quarterfinals at least, 1 week early to try to preserve arms and give everyone a chance to come into this semifinal round fresh. Hines has spoiled 3 pitches already, make it 4. My goodness, getting a piece of everything. Some of these are outside the zone, but got to be protective, and that's exactly what Noah Hines is doing, at least so far. So Hines digs in. Christensen has already tried to strike him out 4 times. Another 1-2, and another foul ball. This is solid for Sacred Heart as they continue to drive that pitch count up. It's exactly what they need to do. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another pitch from Christensen, a breaking ball away. And after all that, that's only the second ball of the at-bat. Christensen, for what it's worth, he is now at 50 pitches. That's something to keep an eye on throughout the course of the home stretch of this one. 2-2, hit softly. A chance for him to maybe run it out. Holting, throw to first. It is in time. Great stretch by Bryan. And that is 2 gone. It's a good throw there by Holting, but a better pick by Bryan to record the out. And it's 2 away for Colton Sprague. Sprague on the season, only a freshman, batting .256. 11 hits for him this year. But those hits have been big ones. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 12 RBI. He has made the most of his opportunities. Here he's caught chasing one well upstairs, and the count starts 0-1. A reminder, in case you're just tuning in, if Sacred Heart wins this game, we'll have coverage of the final. That'll come against either Jackson Heights or Rossville. That's the second game of the day, a 3-game series here at Silver Lake. All of these elimination games, winner moves on to the finals, loser goes home. Pitch misses high, count to 2-1 here on Colton Sprague. Sprague grounded out, back to the pitcher, his first time up. That came back in the second inning. 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3. So far, Sacred Heart's had 4 base runners, 2 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch. They would love another freebie here, the 3-1. Inside, call the strike, and the count is full at 3-2. Sprague back in the box. Christensen looking to end the inning. And it's ball 4. Colton Sprague will, in fact, take his base here with 2 gone. And that'll bring up Miles Wells. Wells is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this one. That came back in the second inning. We've really not seen the arm of Mills tested all that much. Knights have not done that much stealing, or attempted stealing, I should say. To be fair, neither side has really had that many base runners. Called strike brings the count to 0-1. Miles Wells this season batting .266, 17 hits for the freshman. The 0-1, high for ball one, and the count even at 1 apiece. In case you're curious about Sprague over at first, he's got 10 stolen bases this year. That's 4th best on the team. 0-1 the count. Wells back in the box with 2 gone. There goes Sprague. Our first look at the arm. It's a good arm, but a kind of a short-handed throw. And Colton Sprague moves up into scoring position. That's a tough pitch to try to throw down on, to be fair. Mills has to grab it low and then try to come out of his stance and throw it. 2 balls and 1 strike. The count here to Miles Wells. Pitch on the way. That one outside, a fastball, and the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. It's a dream hitter's count. Sacred Heart looking to find a little bit more of that 6-seed magic and get themselves back into the state tournament. 3-1 in the dirt. Ball 4. Runner going down to third. That gets into left field. Here comes Colton Sprague, and he will score. Colton Sprague swiped the bag on ball 4, and a rushed throw to third will bring him in. My goodness. No choice but to rule that an E2, but if you're Sacred Heart, you'll take the run any way you can get it. And the Knights have doubled their lead with Reed Sauber at the dish. First pitch to Sauber misses high. Anybody that's followed high school baseball for any amount of time knows this time of year, any run is a good one. It's not always the team that sees the ball the best. It's not always the team that makes the best contact. Sometimes it's just capitalizing on chaos. 2-0 count. Pitch in there for a called strike to Sauber. And a count to 2-1. This is a very strong quadrant of the bracket. You look at who's left. That one struck well down the line, but foul. Rossville is 21-4. Jackson Heights has put together an impressive campaign in their own right. We've also got other games happening today between Jefferson County, Donovan West, Frankfort taking on Onega. Here it's Sacred Heart and Mission Valley. Knights up on the Vikings 2-0. 2-2 the count. Christensen deals it. That one lifted out into shallow center field. It's off the glove of Kraus. What in the world is going on right now? Boy, we've had all sorts of mental miscues, and that's going to be an E8. And you ask Kraus, he'll tell you he should have caught it. And Sacred Heart's magical inning continues. It's going to prompt a quick chat from Mills, who comes out to speak with Christensen. I mean, I know it doesn't score a run, but think about this. It was 2 quick outs. It was a walk to Sprague. He stole second. He stole third on a walk and then came in to score on a throwing error. And then the E8 keeps the inning going. It's runners at the corners. And I believe we have a courtesy runner for Reed Sauber over at first. Trying to see who that is that Sacred Heart's put in to run. But either way, what a chance for Colin Wilson to extend the lead here for Sacred Heart. You don't know how many more opportunities like this you're going to get. Runner goes. They will throw it down. Now they have a chance for a rundown. It's a frantic throw, and they say they got him. Miles Wells caught off the bag, and that's going to end the inning. Sacred Heart does get one across, but more base running miscues will end the top of the 4th. It's a 2-0 lead when we come back. Knights on top here. It's regional baseball coverage brought to you by Maury Women's Clinic.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Doctors Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion because you matter more at Maori.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
Halfway home from Silver Lake High School, a 2-0 lead for the visitors in Sacred Heart. They are the 6th seed. Mission Valley is the 3 seed, and it's first pitch swinging here for Keegan Holting. Second time through the lineup for Graham Armstrong. He will face arguably the toughest stretch of bats here in Keegan Holting, Sam Bryan, and Peyton Christensen. Breaking ball misses upstairs. It's already been a bit of a weird game. We've had a couple of unearned runs come across. We've seen both teams strand runners at third seemingly ad nauseum. And this ball struck well out to deep center field, but Maddox Wells comes in and gloves it for out number 1. You hope for Sacred Heart's sake that it doesn't come back to bite them, but you have to wonder what could have been. If they didn't get the runner picked off at third, you'd have runners at second and third. And a chance for the top of the lineup potentially to come back up. But you can't worry about that now. Sam Bryan is standing in. Like I said, some very dangerous bats to contend with here as Mission Valley's got some of their best up this half inning. Breaking ball outside, missing for ball number 1. Want to remind you, coverage of today's games brought to you by Maori Women's Clinic. We also want to thank Hire Scott Mortuary for helping to bring you high school baseball coverage today. And this presentation brought to you in part by Kansas Bankers Technologies and Technical Consulting, your partners in secure banking technology and seamless IT solutions. 1-1, struck well. That will get down in front of Wilson. And the first hit of the game for Mission Valley comes here in the 4th. They also get it with only 1 down. And Peyton Christensen up to bat. This is the 3rd time today that they have forced Graham Armstrong to work from the stretch. He'll bring home a breaking ball. That one finds its way back to Coland, who goes the short way for 1. They go back to first. That's not in time, but they do record the out of the lead runner. And a fielder's choice, kind of just what the doctor ordered there. Nothing. Wait, now it's the call. Yeah, I was going to say, he looked very out, to say the least. So Bryan is out. Christensen aboard on the fielder's choice. And here comes Jacob Mills trying to avoid another shortened inning here for this Mission Valley offense. A potent offense. I'll remind you, they scored 254 runs this year. And they did that in just 22 games. So a ridiculous pace for this Mission Valley team. Armstrong, I don't know if time was called by the umpire there or if that was called by Mills. Either way, a 1-0 count, and they're going to get another chance to pick the runner off, but the throw gets into left or to center field. My goodness, struggling here. Peyton Christensen moves up. That's the 2nd time there's been a miscue on what should have been a routine pickoff play. Got to give Christensen credit for a stolen base. It's another runner in scoring position for Mission Valley. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss. Jacob Mills trying to send that ball back to Eskridge. And the count to 1-1. Armstrong brings it to the belt. Brings home the pitch, breaking ball, lifted up into shallow center field. Colin drifts back and makes the catch, and that will end the fourth. Sacred Heart preserves a 2-0 lead. They'll take that into inning number 5. We'll have it for you when we come back. You're watching regional baseball coverage courtesy of Maori Women's Clinic.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hardworking diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
We go to inning number 5, and for Sacred Heart, a 2-0 lead. They will send the 9-1 and 2-hole hitters to the plate. It'll be Colin Wilson, who was at the plate when the inning ended. Remember, it was a weird play as the runner took off and made it into second with a stolen base, but then they were able to pick Miles Wells off of third. And that is how the fourth came to a close for Sacred Heart, with 2 runners potentially in scoring position squandered. So the Knights back up 9-1-2. It'll be Wilson, Colin, and Maddox Wells as we pick up a new inning. Sacred Heart has been impressive today. I think a lot of people considered, and somewhat rightfully so, Mission Valley the favorites by more than just their seed. Mission Valley 18-4. Their only 4 losses this season came to Topeka Hayden and Council Grove, 2 of the best teams in the state. Meanwhile, Sacred Heart, they split with Beloit. They were swept by Concordia. This one hit on the ground. West comes in, scoops it up, throws to first, and it's 1 gone here in the 5th. Sacred Heart also dropped 2 to southeast of Salina. They were swept by TMP, and they split a series with Russell. So the top of the lineup back up here. Luke Colin grabs a bat. He will dig in. 1 gone in the 5th, trying to lead things off. 0 for 2 so far, a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. He will swing through the first pitch that he sees, and the count starts off at 0-1. Let's see if we have any updates on our area scoreboard as we take a look at other games happening around our area. Colin will take a pitch low. Sacred Heart softball leads Donovan West. That game currently live and in progress as Collins takes another one low. That is also in the top of the 5th right now. Southeast of Salina with a 1-0 lead on the Chaparral Roadrunners. 2-1 pitch. Missing inside, and the count to 3-1. Couple of games that are just underway. Abilene baseball is on the road at Mulvane, and Salina South baseball is on the road at Goddard today. Ooh, called strike, and Colin's going to have to come back. It was a really delayed strike call, to be fair. The umpire, I agree it was a strike, but the umpire took a while to let him know. Colin was halfway down to first. Christensen brings home the payoff pitch. Colin spoils it, and we will do it again. Colin, then Wells, then Ivy. This is the best part of the lineup for Sacred Heart to potentially scratch across another run. Knights have capitalized on just 2 hits today. This might be number 3 as that is falling fast in the corner. That's going to drop in. It will find its way to the fence. Colin is thinking about 3. He will slide in instead with a stand-up double. And Luke Colin gets a runner in scoring position with 1 away for Maddox Wells. I got to tell you, Myers out in right has a cannon. A lot of right fielders, you're going to see Colin turn the corner and take third. Not today. So Maddox Wells, who was hit by a pitch and struck out looking, digs back in here as Christensen is forced to go back to the stretch. First pitch, fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Wells digs back in. The pitch. That one struck well on a line, but a diving catch by Kraus will turn it into a simple L8. And it's 2 away for Kaysen Ivy. Kraus going to the ground just to be sure. Ivy, the last hope in the inning here for Sacred Heart. Ivy today, a strikeout swinging and a fly out to right. First pitch to him, a ball high in the count. 2-1-0. Fifth inning action here from the Rossville Regional in Silver Lake. 1-0. Popped up. That'll find its way back here to us. Speaking of Rossville, the Rossville baseball team is here and ready for their matchup against Jackson Heights. That'll take place about 25 minutes after the conclusion of this one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaysen Ivy digs in. There goes Coland trying to take third. The hit and run was on. I like the call. You might as well. Coland's got good enough speed to actually swipe that bag. With 2 gone in the inning, you don't really run the risk of him getting doubled off. See if they do it again here on 1 and 2. Just 2 runs in this entire game, only 1 of them earned. 1-2 pitch. Ivy stays alive. He will hang on for dear life. On the other side, Mission Valley is going to have the bottom third of the lineup due up, which means that they will guarantee the top 3 spots in the lineup a chance to hit again. Those are crucial bats for a Mission Valley team that has relied heavily on offense this year. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the inning. It's strikeout number 6 on the day for Christensen. And it will take us to the home half of inning number 5. Got it coming your way next. Coverage today presented by Maury Women's Clinic.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
Welcome back to the ballpark here on the campus of Silver Lake High School. Tyler Henry alongside you. Home half of the 5th. Mission Valley will send Gunnar Trickle, Mason West, and Ian Dieters to the plate. Another inning of work here for Graham Armstrong. And honestly, I feel like both lineups just want to see somebody else pitching, as both sides hoping that they can eat into the bullpen. Easier said than done, as these guys are going to ride their arms as far as what they can. Armstrong has been great so far. He faces the bottom of the order for the 2nd time today. Taking a look at the numbers for Graham Armstrong today, he has thrown just 62 pitches. He did get his pitch count elevated a little bit, but that calmed down in the last inning as he was able to work it 4 up, 3 down. That's been the case for the last few innings. Armstrong kicks and deals. That one missing outside, and the count to 2-1. Here's a crazy number for you today. Between these two teams, we've had 8 runners stranded. As that ball is popped up, Ivy will drift over into foul territory and glove it for out number 1. So we have had, in this game, a total of 8 runners stranded between the two teams. 7 of them have been stranded in scoring position. 5 of them have been left at third base. Mission Valley has left 3 guys out there. Sacred Heart has stranded the other 5. First pitch up and out to Mason West. West and Dieters were able to take Armstrong deep into counts the first time up. Armstrong hoping for a more abbreviated at bat here. First 2 pitches miss. Count starts off at 2 balls and no strikes. From the windup, Armstrong kicks and deals. That one shot foul back behind the backstop. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Mason West, I went through his numbers earlier today. The sophomore batting .278, 10 hits on the year. This might be number 11. This is number 11 into the gap in right center field. He will hold up with a 1-out single, and that is going to break up. I didn't want to say anything about it, but it was a no-hitter. That is the first hit of the game. Sorry, second hit of the game. Sam Bryan had one back in the 4th. But a single here for Mason West. You love getting the 8-hole aboard, and here it is Ian Dieters to try and make something happen. He will take his time and wants to step back into the box as Armstrong immediately ready. Tries to square to bunt. That one gets by. Throw down to second, not in time. Mason West into scoring position. West with a huge lead off of second base. 1 gone in the inning. And time called again. The timing between Armstrong and Dieters has not been in sync, as these two not a fan of the way the other does work. Dieters back in the box and ready to go. Armstrong brings it home. It is fouled off the dome of Saubert. And he'll take a minute and shake that off. He's a tough kid. Counts 0-2, and the home plate umpire will walk back out there to hand Armstrong the ball. Give him a second. Big grin on the face of everybody, and we're good to go. Don't forget, if Sacred Heart holds on and wins this game, we'll have coverage of the championship round of this regional here at Silver Lake. 0-2, Armstrong. Check of the runner, brings it home, and it's fouled away. Top of the order is looming. Bryce Bunger, Ryken Krause, Keegan Holting, Sam Bryan, if they could get to him. All of those guys hoping that they'll have a chance to hit with some runners on. 0-2 pitch. That one popped up out to center field. Maddox Wells comes in. He makes the catch. That's a big second out recorded. And it does flip things back over here to Bryce Bunger, but does so with 2 outs in the inning. And Sacred Heart starting to close in just a little bit. Bunger has been great this season. He is 0 for 2 today, a ground out to short and a fly out to center. First pitch from Armstrong, swing and a miss. Pulled the string on the breaking ball. And Bunger way out in front of it. Bunger's attacked that first pitch in every at-bat so far today. And now he's calling time. Didn't think that Armstrong was really waiting around all that long. He is back and ready to go. Bunger digs in. Here comes the 0-1. Another breaking ball. That one gets away from Saubert. Now there's a runner just 90 feet away, as Mason West slides up on the passed ball. The good news is, if you're Armstrong, you've only got to worry about the runner at the plate. 2 down. 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Coland grabs it, flips to first, and Sacred Heart gets out of another inning here in the 5th unscathed. They still lead it 2-0. As we head to inning number 6, you're watching Regional High School Baseball. It's brought to you today by the good folks at Maury Women's Clinic.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Got a close one here in the semifinal round of the Rossville Regional. 2 wins for any team today will send them to the 1-2A state tournament. Sacred Heart leads it 2-0. It'll be Graham Armstrong, Noah Hines, and Colton Sprague to lead it off. And the first pitch yanked foul here by Graham Armstrong. Both sides, I know I keep bringing this up, but both sides have had their opportunities. Matter of fact, Mission Valley today has left 3 runners at third base and 1 at second. All of their stranded runners have been in scoring position. This pitch misses away here. Count goes to 1-1 on Armstrong. And despite all the good work that Sacred Heart has done, knowing how good Mission Valley is, you just don't feel like a 2-run lead is all that safe. That ball popped up. It'll find its way back near the grandstands, take a skip and a hop. As the sun's starting to peek out, things starting to warm up just a little bit. It was pretty chilly at first pitch, but right now we are into the 60s. And feeling like good early spring baseball weather. 1-2, little excuse me swing taken foul down the opposite line. And the count to 1-2. Fans, don't forget to check out our Salina Post Facebook page and S Post Sports on X after the game to see video highlights from all around the area, proudly presented by Billings Group. 1-2 the count. Armstrong looking to start something here. He is 1 for 2 today. 1-2 pitch. He will spoil it again. Now will fall harmlessly. An infield single and a 3-U for Graham Armstrong in this one. Other games happening in our area. Southeast of Saline still leads Chaparral 1-0. Sacred Heart softball is on top of Donovan West 2-0. Here's Sacred Heart baseball with a 2-0 lead. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2. Relatively easy take for Armstrong, trying to give himself another run of support. The payoff pitch, that ball hit well, but right at Krause, who doesn't even have to move to make the catch. And it's 1 away here in the 6th. That'll turn things over to Noah Hines with 1 gone in the inning. I know I kind of ran through this whole spiel earlier today, but boy, we have so much coverage happening on Salina Post this week. Today, we've got coverage of the semifinals and then the potential finals if the teams from our area advance for Sacred Heart Baseball, Southeast of Saline Baseball, and Chapman Softball. Tomorrow, it's coverage of Bennington Softball and Bennington Softball and Sacred Heart Softball. And then on Thursday, we'll have coverage of Southeast of Saline Softball and Minneapolis Softball. So far, just 4 teams from our area have been eliminated. The other 16 still in play. This ball fouled back here. Count to 1-1 here on Noah Hines. Hines knocked in an RBI single in the first inning. He grounded out in the 4th. Hines trying to start something for Sacred Heart. They've stranded their fair share of runners today, as that one missing down and out. Sacred Heart has left 4 runners on base. All of them have been in scoring position. The 1-1. That one will stay on the infield, and coming in from third to make the catch is Holting. That's 2 away. Good call by Christensen to bail out there. He did so just in time for Holting to make the catch, and he'll give him a fist bump on his way by. So it turns things here to Colton Sprague. He started the 4th inning rally with a walk, stole second, stole third, and then came in to score on the throwing error. And that's been the thing, right? It's not like Sacred Heart's been hitting the cover off the ball. Maddox Wells reached on a hit by pitch. Colton Sprague reached on a walk. Those are the 2 guys who have scored today. The Knights have 1 RBI. It was a Noah Hines single, and the other run came in on a throwing error down to third. 1-0 pitch. Inside, called a strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. Christensen looking for another clean inning. He brings it home. That misses away. Count to 2 balls, I believe, in 1 strike. Scoreboard a little bit behind. Scoreboard reads 3-0. Swing and a miss. Now it's 3-2. Colton Sprague started it with 2 outs. Back in the 4th, looking to do so again. He will barely stay alive. Mills punches the mitt, a bit frustrated there that he did not hang on. Would have been a strikeout there. Strikeout pace has slowed down a little bit for Christensen. He had 5 the first time through the lineup. Just 1 second time through the order. Well, I guess make it 2, and that's on me. The old broadcaster's jinx has come to play. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Mission Valley. We will step away. We go to the home half of the 6th. Vikings up to bat. When we return, you're watching coverage today presented by Maori Women's Clinic and Hire Scott Mortuary.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Welcome back to Silver Lake High School. We've got regional high school baseball action. It's presented by Maori Women's Clinic. Sacred Heart holds a 2-0 lead as we go to the home half of inning number 6, and both teams have had so many opportunities to turn this game in their favor. We have seen both sides leave 5 in scoring position. That includes Mission Valley straining a whopping 4 runners aboard at third base. But for the Vikings, a great chance here. It's Kraus, Holting, and Bryan, the 2, 3, and 4-hole hitters, to lead things off. This will also be the 3rd time through the order for starting pitcher Graham Armstrong. Armstrong has been excellent today. On the other side, Christensen has pitched a gem. It's been one of those games that it's kind of a shame one of these 2 schools has to lose here. But the loser will see their season come to a close. The winner will advance to take on either Rossville or Jackson Heights. That'll be the next game here as a hot shot up the middle finds its way through. And Riken Kraus leads things off with a single. That is the first time in this entire game that Mission Valley has put the leadoff runner on. And this is the exact part of the lineup that you want due up to try to make something happen. Keegan Holting is 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a fly out to center. You feel like this whole lineup is due for a big hit. First pitch misses low, good stop there by Sauber. Sacred Heart has also had 2 would-be pickoffs at first base that turned into throws into center field. 1-0 offering, runner goes on a delayed steal, throw down to second, not in time. And that will be a stolen base for Kraus, who probably should have gotten down and dirty. Kraus fortunate not to get picked off there. Like I said, if he slides in, he probably beats the throw by a good 4 steps. Pitch in, fastball, that misses, and all of a sudden the count is 3-0 to Keegan Holting. Holting standing in at the ready from the right side. Armstrong kicks and brings it home, and that's a strike. Easy take, though. Holting might as well have left the bat out of the batter's box. He was content to take it if it was given to him. It was not. Here comes the 3-1. Big swing and a miss. And Holting falls behind. Holting has been the Terminator this year. He hits .519. He slugs .889. Does he have a clutch hit in him here? Yes, he does. It is into right field. Sprague picks it up. They wave the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate. They nailed him. Colton Sprague to Miles Wells to Reed Sauber. Goodbye, Reichen Krause. And it's one down here in the 6th. I was shocked that they sent him to begin with. I mean, for Keegan Holting, that's a clear single, but it wasn't hit all that well. Sprague came in. What a play that was. One out in the inning. That ball ripped, but it's going to carry foul. And the count starts at 0-1. Boy, Brian got a hold of it. Sam Bryan today already has a single. He's got a great chance to try to make something of this. I believe we had we just needed a couple more baseballs. You do need baseballs to play baseball. Tends to help. So one gone in the inning. It's got to give a lot of wind into the sails of Graham Armstrong. Also the literal wind is starting to blow in a bit. Pickoff move over to first, not in time. Sacred Heart 5 outs away from advancing to the regional finals to take on Rossville. 0-1 the count. Here comes, it's another quick pickoff check to first, not in time. Speaking of which, let's see if we have any updates for you on our area scoreboard. Things really starting to get interesting across the state of Kansas. The 0-1 pitch misses outside for a ball. Sacred Heart softball leads Donovan West 4-0. That game in the top of the 7th. They are 2 outs away from wrapping up a win. 1-1 pitch, high and away. Southeast of Salina baseball leads Chaparral 1-0. That game currently in the bottom of the 5th. Here, it's a 2-1 count to Sam Bryan. Bryan lifts one out into left. It's another diving catch. Colin Wilson lays out, and the defensive effort continues for Sacred Heart. My goodness. Sam Bryan smoked that thing out to left field. A lot of guys don't get a good enough jump to make a play there. 2 gone, and here comes Peyton Christensen. Fresh count, fresh batter. Runner goes, pitch out high, throw down to second. Yeah, not nearly in time to get the speedy Keegan Holting, who is in with a stolen base. So a stellar throw on a relay from right, and now a diving catch out in left field. This inning has belonged to the Sacred Heart outfield. That ball fouled away in the count. 2-1-1. This is the part of the lineup Mission Valley wants to do the damage. The 1-1 pitch. That one struck well. It's into right field. Sprague comes in. This time I don't think they're going to get him. There will not be a throw to the plate. Mission Valley is on the board. Keegan Holting comes in to score on an RBI single from Peyton Christensen, and it's a 1-run ball game. So it falls to Jacob Mills to try and make this happen. Mills really needs to keep the momentum going here. He has flown out twice today, once to right field, once to the shortstop. They'll take a first pitch inside, and they're going to call a balk again. So that's the second time that they've called a balk against Graham Armstrong today, and it just put the tying run into scoring position. Timeout called, and looks like the pitching coach is going to head out and have a word with Graham Armstrong. While he does that, let's take another look around at other games happening in our area. We cover 11 high schools, 10 of them play baseball and softball. That's 20 teams, and I'm pretty sure all 20 of them play today. I'm only exaggerating by a little bit there. It's going to be a busy day around Salina Post, but be sure to stay tuned. You can catch all the finals, the updates, the scores, and all the other goodies. And speaking of which, we've got our first final of the day, and good news for the Lady Knights. Sacred Heart defeats Donovan West. They win 4-0, and they punch their ticket to the regional semifinals. And we will have coverage of that game. It'll come your way at Bennington High School, and we will be there tomorrow. So we'll have coverage of Bennington softball in the opening round, and then we'll cover Sacred Heart in the second semifinal. And if either one of those teams makes it to the championship game, well, guess what? We'll have coverage of that as well. Meeting on the mound is broken up. The game still belongs, as it should, to Graham Armstrong. His arm is the one that they have rode the whole way today. Armstrong has been stellar, but does he have 4 more outs left in him? Jacob Mills, a chance to be the hero. Looking to tie the game with 2 out, and he will call timeout. Been a lot of that going around today. Mills back in the box. Armstrong brings home the pitch. Good breaking ball, strike 1. That's what they needed to start the out bat. Armstrong back at it. The 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball, this one high, and the count evens at 1-1. It's been 3 singles for Mission Valley, a single for Kraus, a single for Holting, a single for Christensen. The 1-1. That one on a line. It gets into right field. Here comes the tying run. Now the question is, how far does Jacob Mills run? He's turning the corner and thinking about 3. Throw to third offline. And it's an RBI triple for Jacob Mills to tie this game at 2 apiece. All of a sudden, the script changes, and we might have a pitching change. As coaching coming out here for Sacred Heart. Peyton Christensen in to score the tying run. And is this the end of the line for Graham Armstrong? It is. We will step away. We'll let you know about the new pitcher when we come back. It's a tie game. It's a new game. Here on the Salina Post Sports Network, regional coverage is brought to you by the good folks at Maury Women's Clinic.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
It's a brand new ball game here in Silver Lake as Mission Valley. 4 hits, including an RBI triple for Jacob Mills, and now the go-ahead run is just 90 feet away. Gunnar Trickle up to bat. First pitch from the new pitcher misses away, and that new man on the mound is Kason Ivey, a senior who is making the 10th appearance of his year, only his 2nd appearance out of the bullpen. He's tossed 29 innings this season. This is taken up the middle, and that is going to give Mission Valley the lead. The Vikings have completely flipped the script. It's an RBI single for Gunnar Trickle. And Sacred Heart on the other side is going to be down to their final 3 outs. Boy, the Knights in control of this entire game. They have led from the jump. That is the first lead for Mission Valley today. This one hit softly to second. Wells flips to first. And that will end a disastrous 6th for Sacred Heart. Mission Valley takes their first lead of the game. The Knights need a little magic. When we come back, we'll see if they can find it. You're watching regional baseball coverage. It's brought to you today by Maury Women's Clinic.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie, where we can get you a flush in a rush. How can we help you flush today?
Oh, it smells like something died out by my septic tank. It's bad.
Oh no, I know that smell you're talking about. Cole!
I smelt it from here.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll follow the funk. It's not a dead animal, sir. It's your septic tank venting gases. Oof. She's full, real full.
That's the smell.
I've got to get back and tell Callie. Callie, he needs a pump out, quick.
Already got a pump truck rolling.
If you need a flush and a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
We guarantee to inspect your septic issues within 24 hours.
Or you get a free septic tank pump out worth $399.
Lily Pad Septic.
We'll be there in a splash.
Callie, quick, kiss me. That stink stuck to my skin.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, good. I can smell other things again.
Love is in the air and bridal season is here. At Vernon Jewelers, we've been helping couples celebrate life's most meaningful moments for over 140 years. From stunning engagement rings to timeless wedding bands, every piece is crafted to tell your unique story. Whether you're planning the perfect proposal or preparing for a big day, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Vernon Jewelers, downtown Salina, serving you for over 140 years because we're not old, just really good at what we do.
Ready to take your nursing career to the next level? Memorial Health System in Abilene is hiring full-time registered nurses for their hospital emergency department, and they've got the perks to match. Sign-on bonuses, shift and weekend differentials, a child care stipend, and tuition reimbursement to keep you moving forward. Bring your skills where they'll make the biggest impact, right here in Abilene. Apply today at srhc.com. That's srhc.com to apply for this opening at Memorial Health System in Abilene, taking care of you so you can take care of others.
Welcome back in here to Silver Lake High School. Tyler Henry alongside you, and the situation went from excellent to dire for Sacred Heart. They took a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the 6th. They needed to record 6 outs to eliminate Mission Valley and advance to the championship game. Mission Valley, a single, a line out, a single, a triple, and another single brought in 3 runs, and they flipped the 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 lead, which means Sacred Heart is down to their final 3 outs, and they will have the bottom third of the order due up here. Miles Wells, Reed Sauber, and Colin Wilson. Sacred Heart needing a miracle, and the hill gets steeper to climb as Mission Valley has gone to the bullpen, and they have brought out their best arm in Gunnar Trickle. Trickle this year making just his 2nd appearance out of the bullpen, his 11th of the year, 45 innings pitched. He is a perfect 9-0 with 1 save, a chance to collect his 2nd save of the season here. A 1.4 ERA, a .93 whip. The big right-hander with 76 strikeouts to only 16 walks, and opponents hit just 166 off of Trickle this season. That also means the book did close on Peyton Christensen. It was a great day for him. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, only 1 earned on 3 hits. This is outside. He walked 3, he plunked another, and he struck out 7. Miles Wells looking at a 3-1 count. He did reach back in the 4th. All Sacred Heart needs to keep this game going is 1. And they almost had it there, but a called strike on the outer half makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miles Wells, a strikeout and a walk today. Here comes the payoff from Trickle. It's fouled away. Keeping himself in the game here is Miles Wells. After Wells, it'll be Reed Sauber. I do see Sauber in the on-deck circle. They'll give him the nod. Then it'll be Colin Wilson. Sacred Heart hoping the top of the lineup will get another chance. Here comes the payoff And it's spoiled again. Sacred Heart doing a good job of hanging tough. It's really all you can do right now. The book also closes on Graham Armstrong, who pitched a great game, just got touched up there at the very end. The 3-2. Called strike 3. Miles Wells is down. That is one gone in the inning. And it's Reed Sauber who steps in now as Sacred Heart down to their final 2 outs. On the day, we'll get those numbers for you in just a bit. First pitch to Sauber, misses outside. Armstrong closed out the day, 5 2/3, 3 runs given up, all of them in that 6th inning. On 6 hits, he walked 2, he struck out 3. Sauber today has struck out and reached on an error, that one outside, and you almost wonder if this is Trickle overthrowing a little bit, as he's missed a few outside. He's got to be gassed up, though. I mean, what an opportunity to come in and record his 2nd save of the season. And he also knows he is more than likely going to be the starting pitcher in Game 2 if his team can hold on. Remember, the winner of this one gets Rossville or Jackson Heights. That one called a strike, and the count goes to 2-0 here on Sauber. Reed Sauber looking for just the 7th hit of his season. What a time it would be for him to come up with it as the count goes to 3-1. Doesn't really matter how you get him on. You just got to get that first base runner aboard, ideally with fewer than 2 outs. Here comes the 3-0. That is outside, ball 4. And Reed Sauber will reach on a walk. He represents the tying run. I would imagine we'll see Sacred Heart. Yes, they will go to the bench and bring in Reed Douglas to run for Reed Sauber. So it's a Reed for Reed swap over at first. Only one down in the inning, and Colin Wilson stands in with a chance to, at the very least, move that tying runner around. Wilson standing in. This is lefty on righty. The runner goes. The throw down to second. It's a good throw, but they did not get the tag on in time. Sacred Heart willing to risk it for the biscuit. And he is in safely with a stolen base, and now the tying run is in scoring position for Sacred Heart. Only one out. That's going to prompt Mills to come out and chat with Trickle. Colin Wilson this year, he's only a freshman. Talk about a big at-bat for your first year of varsity ball. And this would also, if he could find his way aboard, it would be just the 7th hit of the season for Wilson. He has 2 extra base hits. Ironically enough, they're both triples. And here's another fun fact for you. Only 1 RBI this year for Colin Wilson. What a time this could be for his 2nd RBI. 0-1 outside, and the count goes even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Sacred Heart softball earlier today knocked off Donovan West. Can the baseball team do the same to Mission Valley? It would have to be a comeback. 1-1 to Wilson, swing and a miss. And the count to 1-2. And with every pitch, you can see Trickle starting to find his stride. He knows his team needs just 2 more outs to advance to the finals. The 1-2. In there, strike 3. 2 looking strikeouts for Gunnar Trickle. And Sacred Heart is down to their final out of the season. But I tell you what, if there's one guy you want at the plate, it's Luke Coland. And here comes the senior, batting .392, slugging .486, 14 RBI this year. A stalwart of this program for 4 years. First pitch to him, he will foul this away. You've got amazing speed at second base in Reed Douglas. We've already seen 1 ball ripped down the right field line by Coland. He is behind 0-1. Best on best here for Mission Valley. And a high pitch that'll even the count at 1-1. If needed, Maddox Wells stands in the on-deck circle. He would be the next to bat for Sacred Heart. 1-1 to Coland. Looked low, was low. Ball 2. Sacred Heart. This has been their game. They've not relied on power. It's been small ball that's gotten them here. The 2-1. Big swinging at ball, tipped back to the screen, and the Knights season hangs in the balance as Trickle just one good pitch away from sending his Vikings through to the championship round of regionals. Time is called. Tying run in scoring position. Mission Valley 1 out away from a regional semifinal win. And it's spoiled here by Coland. We will do it again. Luke has hit in so many of these kinds of situations throughout the course of his career. Earlier today, it was a leadoff double in the 5th. Mission Valley hunting the final out. 2-2. Fouled off again. Coland this season has struck out just 5 times. He has walked 18 times. So he has been a patient hitter and a tough out. He's also got 5 doubles and a triple. We've seen his gap power already today. For the 3rd time this at bat, the 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. And it all comes down to this. Sacred Heart down by 1, tying run in scoring position. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And we'll wait here as both men want a moment to talk it over. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the 7th. Trickle to the belt, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Mission Valley survives and advances. They use a 3-run rally in the 6th to come from behind and eliminate Sacred Heart. What a year for the Knights. They will close it out at 17-9. We'll talk more about it on the post-game report brought to you by Commercial Tire Center when we return. This has been Regional High School Baseball. You caught it right here, courtesy of Maori Women's Clinic.
At Maori Women's Clinic, we're here for women and what matters most to them. From understanding your monthly cycles to growing a family or navigating menopause and everything in between. Our experienced team of OBGYNs include Drs. Prendergast, Morgan, Ablard, Rosh, and Jones. Maori Women's Clinic is located in Salina, and we invite you to come experience a team that values expertise, care, and compassion, because you matter more at Maori.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
A smooth ride and safe handling start with a strong suspension. At Commercial Tire Center in Salina, our team provides expert suspension maintenance and repair for both automotive and diesel vehicles. From shocks, struts, and steering to full mechanical service, our certified technicians help extend tire life and keep your vehicle road ready. Whether it's your everyday car or a hard-working diesel truck, count on Commercial Tire Center to keep you moving.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
New Image Audio is offering ceramic tint. If you're sending your child off to school or your wife on a road trip, ceramic tint offers heat rejection up to 90%, privacy in a college town or in the city, helps keep the wear down on the AC system, making your car easier to cool down. Never worry about your kid locking their keys in their car. With Drone Mobile, you can unlock their car from anywhere. Vehicle breakdown in an unknown area, GPS locating helps roadside service find your loved one quickly with the ability to send the vehicle location directly to the rescue squad. New Image Audio, located at 340 South Broadway. Phone calls welcome.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Welcome back in one final time here on the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. A 3-2 victory for Mission Valley in arguably the most heartbreaking possible fashion for Sacred Heart. Boy, the Knights had this game in hand. They led 2-0 for the majority of the game. They picked up that first out in the 6th. They had Mission Valley down to what would have been their final 5 outs, but just a parade of hits and then a clutch RBI triple that was ultimately recorded by Jacob Mills. And that was all she wrote as Mission Valley turned that 2-0 deficit into a 3-2 lead. They sent out Gunnar Trickle, and they closed out Sacred Heart in the 7th with 3 crucial strikeouts. So the win goes to Mission Valley by a final score of 3-2. They pick up the victory. Mission Valley moves to 19-4. More importantly, they will have a chance to win their 20th game of the season later this evening as they prepare to take on the winner of the game happening just in front of us. It'll be between 21-4 Rossville and Jackson Heights. Final numbers from this game look like this here on the Commercial Tire Center post-game report. Mission Valley scored 3 runs on 7 hits. 6 of those 7 hits came in the 6th inning. They've committed 2 errors, stranded 5 runners, including 4 in scoring position. On the other side, Sacred Heart scored their 2 runs on 3 hits, did not commit any errors. They also stranded 5 runners. All 5 of those ended up being left in scoring position. The win goes to Peyton Christensen. He improves to 7-1. The loss goes to Graham Armstrong, who finishes his season 5-3. And the second save of the year collected by Gunnar Trickle in a game that took just an hour and 35 minutes to complete. It's a heartbreaking way for the season to end, but boy, hats off to Sacred Heart. What a year they put together. They will finish it out at 17-9. And you look up and down at this roster, and, you know, our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game, whenever we get to a game like this, it's always the senior class. It has to be, and that goes beyond just the guys who make a massive, you know, impact throughout the course of the season. But you look up and down this roster at the guys who have led this program. Luke Colant, a senior who has done it all for this team from his spot at shortstop. Kason Ivey, another guy this team will miss dearly. And then Mason Brown, the 3rd senior in that group on the roster. I don't think I'm forgetting about anybody. Those 3 guys are seniors for Sacred Heart, are our Vernon Jewelers gems of the game. That's going to close out the day. It's also going to close out the season for Sacred Heart baseball. They lose here 3-2 in the semifinal round at regionals, but Our Sacred Heart coverage will continue tomorrow. Sacred Heart softball got a win over Donovan West. They will play Rossville tomorrow at the Bennington Regional, and we will be there. We'll have coverage of all 3 games potentially. We'll see Bennington take on an opponent still to be named, as that game still hasn't happened yet. Then in the second game of the day, we'll see Sacred Heart play Rossville, and if either Bennington or Sacred Heart advance to the championship game, we will have coverage of that third game. Also stay tuned, as coming up on Thursday, we'll cover southeast of Salina in their home regional, and if Minneapolis gets out of the quarterfinals, we'll have coverage of the Lady Lions as well. Also, one final note, be sure to stay tuned to Salina Post. Also, check us out at S-Post Sports on X, and be sure to follow us, Salina Post, on Facebook for updates, for highlights, for scores, and for articles from all around the area. But that'll wrap up our coverage for today. Mission Valley comes back. They steal the win 3-2 and eliminate the Sacred Heart Knights. You caught this game right here on the Salina Post Sports Network. Today, it was brought to you by Maori Women's Clinic.
This has been a presentation of Eagle Media, Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, and Salina Post Sports. This has been your Game of the Week.